Welcome. This is Susan from Mystic Artistry Podcast. This is a quiet space for reflection, for story, and for those moments when you just need something gentle to land in. You can listen closely, or you can simply let the words be with you. Lately, I've been thinking about the moments in our lives that don't feel like decisions, but feel more like something finding us. I've been working on my memoir, slowly, piece by piece, and when you begin to look back like that, certain patterns start to reveal themselves. Moments where you were searching, reaching, trying to find your footing, and sometimes finding yourself in the wrong hands. There was a time in my life when I had stepped away from finishing school and I didn't quite know how to find my way back. My parents, wanting to help, encouraged me to see someone, a therapist. And I went because I wanted guidance, I wanted clarity, I wanted someone to help me understand where I was. I wanted someone to help me understand. But when you're in that place, when you're open and unsure, you don't always meet the right person. And yet, almost at the same time, something else was quietly unfolding. My parents were at the Cape that summer, and my father, he talked to everyone. Conversations would just find him. And one day, on the beach, he met someone. At the time, it didn't seem like anything important, just another conversation, another passing moment carried by salt air and sunlight. But he told this man about me, about how I had left college, how I was trying to find my way back, the uncertainty, the music, all of it. And this man listened, not politely, not casually, but in that rare way where you can feel someone actually taking you in. And from that conversation, something opened. An invitation came to me through my father, almost as if it had traveled on the wind itself. It was a place I had never considered, a path I had not planned, and I said yes. I didn't fully understand why. I didn't have a clear plan, but something in me recognized it. My father isn't here anymore, at least not in the way he once was. But I feel him in ways that are hard to explain and even harder to dismiss. It's not constant, it's more like moments. Moments when I'm creating, when I'm sitting at the piano or writing or painting, and something shifts almost imperceptibly, like the air changes, just enough for me to notice. Sometimes it comes as a quiet nudge, not a voice, not words, just a feeling that moves me slightly in one direction instead of another. And sometimes I can almost see him. Not literally, but in that way memory and presence blur together. I can see his expression, that small, knowing smile, the one that said without saying anything, "Yes, that's it. Keep going." There have been times when I've made a choice in my creative life, something small, something almost insignificant, and I felt that same quiet sense of approval, as if I'm not entirely alone in the making of it. And when I think back to that day on the Cape, to that conversation he started with a stranger, it feels less like coincidence now and more like the beginning of a pattern I didn't yet understand, because that was who he was. He opened doors without trying to. He connected with people as if something in him already knew them. And somehow, those openings didn't end with him. They've continued in quieter ways, in moments I couldn't have planned, in paths that appeared when I had run out of direction. So when something finds me now, when a door opens that I didn't knock on, I don't question it the way I used to. I've learned to recognize the feeling, that subtle shift, that gentle pull. And sometimes I wonder if it's still him, somewhere in the unseen, starting conversations I can't hear, opening doors I haven't reached yet. And when I think back of that moment now, it doesn't feel like something that only happened once. It feels like something he set in motion, something that, in its own way, is still moving. It feels like something gently correcting the course, like life saying, not this way, this way. It didn't feel like a decision I made. Maybe you've had a moment like that. You don't have to name it. You don't have to share it anywhere. But just notice if there was ever a time when something opened unexpectedly, when you needed it most. Some doors we push open, and some quietly open for us. This is a space you can return to whenever you need something gentle to land in. And as always, I am listening.